Good morning, everybody. It is Carrie Burke here. I am going to do another episode of Cooking with Carrie this morning, and I'm actually going to use my 3 powerhouse tools to create some really cool things very quickly in my kitchen. So if you guys that have watched me for a long time know that if you have the right products in your kitchen, you can whip up anything really quickly. So I am going to make a shredded pork. I'm going to make some peanut butter, and I'm going to show you what I have in my dehydrator. And I'm also going to get some vegetables prepped for some possible stir fry later on the week. So I'm hoping to get this done pretty quickly so you guys can see if you make an investment in your kitchen with the right products, it just makes your life a lot easier. So the first powerhouse tool that I'm going to talk about is our quick cooker, which is one of my all-time favorites. It is right here, and I'm going to bring it closer to you so you guys can see it. So I'm gonna have to move it back once I start doing some cooking, but for right now I wanted to bring it up here so you guys could see it. So basically how our quick cooker works is that it is a pressure cooker. So as you are putting your food in, it is going to build the pressure and it's going to cook it a lot faster. And I don't know if you knew this or not, but if you actually cook in a pressure cooker, it actually keeps the nutrients in your food longer. So our quick cooker is top of the line, and it has some really cool features that I really love about it. So one of the features I love about it is it has these handles that are on both sides of our quick cooker. So that way you can transport it very quickly from wherever you store it to where you use it. Another feature that I love about our quick cooker is that it makes some noises when you turn it on and off. Okay? When I take the lid off, our quick cooker has a really awesome feature to keep you safe. So our steam valves, there's 2 different buttons. So this button opens the steam valve, which is right here. So it's going to be very extremely difficult, if impossible, for you to get a steam burn from this. So when you push this button, the steam valve opens, and that's what gets the steam to release. It also has a nice pop-up feature right here that lets you know while it's building up the pressure, that little button is kind of hidden inside of the lid, and then once it goes to pressure, it pops up like this. I'm just popping it up from the bottom so you can see it, and then you know that it's up to pressure and it's going to start cooking. And I also love the fact that it's very sleek. And it looks really nice on your countertop if you do choose to leave it out. But there are so many features to our quick cooker that I absolutely adore. So you can do so many things with this, you guys. It is a total game changer. You guys you can sear with it, you can steam, you can do fish in 3 minutes. You can do poultry and beef and pork, which is I'm gonna do. Seafood, soups and stocks. You can make rices white or brown. You can even do whole grains in here. You can do beans and chilies, and it makes a killer dessert. So I love the fact that I turn a knob and I just forget about it, which is awesome. So I actually have some things in my quick cooker that I store. So this is our ceramic pot that has a vented lid, so you can actually cook foods together, make one meal. So you can put your meats on the bottom, put your vegetables or your grains right here in this ceramic pot, put the lid on it and forget it, and dinner's gonna be done. So what I'm gonna do though is take all the things out. This is our rack, so I'm gonna put these things aside. And then I'm gonna show you what the pot looks like. So here's our pot right here. So the nice thing too is inside the pot, it tells you how far you can fill it. So you know, and that you don't do any damage to yourself, or that the pot won't actually work to the efficiency that it should. So it's super user-friendly. I love that I can get this for my hosts for sometimes, anytime half price, a lot of times free, and sometimes 60% off depending on what the special is for the month, that month that you're doing your party in with Pamper Chef, okay? So what I'm gonna do is set this aside for a minute because I wanna get my pork ready. So I'm just gonna plug this in back here because this is where I'm actually gonna cook it so that I can show you a couple of the other powerhouses. So what I've done, I'm gonna take this pot out. I have a pork roast. Can you tell it's early? For those of you that know me, I'm an early riser, so you know that I'm up early and getting things done when most of the world is probably still sleeping. So this is a pork roast that is frozen, solid, okay? So I'm gonna take my professional kitchen shears and I'm gonna cut this plastic out. I love to vacuum seal stuff. I love to go find stuff at a bargain at the store, and I love to be able to save our family money and be able to do that. So I'm just gonna open this up, not touch the pork at all, pour it right in here, and then I'm taking this plastic bag and throwing it right in my garbage bowl. Now, I always have a garbage bowl when I cook too to be more efficient. So these are our stainless steel bowls. They come in a set of 3, but I use them as garbage bowls too while I'm cooking if I don't need them for something else. So I'm gonna put these kitchen shears, which I love. These are professional kitchen shears. I love them because they come apart for easy cleaning, but they are so amazing. They cut right through chicken bones, and if you saw me making a spatchcock chicken the other day, you saw how incredibly powerful those bad boys are. So to make this pulled pork, I'm just gonna take a package of Italian seasoning mix and pour it right on top of here, okay? And then I like to use either jalapeno juice or pepperoncinis. And so we have a jar of still pepperoncinis left with the juice. So I'm just gonna pour this whole thing that's left right in here. Now, when you pressure cook, you wanna make sure that you have at least a cup of water inside your pressure cooker, because that's what helps build the steam to make this become a fantastic dinner. So I'm just gonna put this right here inside my quick cooker. I'm gonna take my lid and put it right on here. I turn it lets me know that it's ready by the little dings that you hear. And then I'm just gonna take this knob and turn it to pork. And it's lighting up as it moves across my quick cooker. And then it says it's gonna take 35 minutes. Now with this one, I'm probably going to cook it twice just because it's frozen and I wanna make sure that it really pulls apart nicely. But right now what's gonna happen is it's gonna turn, the little knob right here, or the digitized screen, is going to go around in a little circle to let you know that it's building up its pressure. Once it gets to pressure, then you're gonna see the 35 minutes, and then the time is gonna start going down. And then once you get to 0, then it's gonna let you know that it's finished. So you can do one of 2 things once it's done. You can either let it go down to pressure on its own, so give it 10 minutes. And the beautiful thing too is it's going to stay warming as it's doing that. Or you can push the little knob right here and the steam will come out. Now, if you do that, I recommend that you turn your quick cooker around and have it like pointing towards the sink, not up against your countertops, because you don't want that to get sprayed on your countertop, or on your cabinets, I mean. Okay, does that make sense? But now I can just forget dinner. It's done and ready to go. And when I'm ready to eat and we're ready to have dinner, we've got it. So it's fantastic. So that's powerhouse number 1, which is our quick cooker. And there are tons of accessories that you can purchase to use it as a slow cooker. There's steaming baskets. There's a little flan pan to make like a little bundt pan to make desserts. So there's a lot of accessories that you can add to it as you start getting more familiar with your quick cooker, okay? So definitely comment below if anyone has one. If you do have one, what do you cook in yours? I think it's a great platform for us to be able to share recipes and help each other in the kitchen, okay? All right, so powerhouse number 2, are you ready for this? You guys have probably seen this, but this is one of my favorite tools as well, and I feel like sometimes you just have to have some really cool products in your kitchen to make you be more efficient. So this is our Deluxe cooking blender, which I know you guys have seen me do this before, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it on here because I'm prepping and I'm out of peanut butter. So I'm gonna make peanut butter in 2.5 minutes, and you guys are gonna be able to sit here and watch me do it. So basically what's gonna happen is I am going to turn the lid, I'm gonna turn it on, and I'm gonna grab my peanuts right here. Now I just get peanuts at Aldi's or wherever, and they're just dry roasted peanuts, super, super easy. So I'm just gonna open up these peanuts and I am gonna pour them right in. Now the difference between our blender and anybody else's blender is that this is an actual cooking blender. So there's a heating element underneath the blender right here and inside the motor that's gonna actually heat up your food. So to put it on, you just push it right here on the adapter. I'm gonna pour this on here. Now the beautiful thing about this Deluxe cooking blender is that not only does it make peanut butter, but you can make delicious soups in minutes, creamy, delicious, warm soups. You put all your raw vegetables in here, you turn it to the soup setting, and you let it go. In 45 minutes, you have a delicious either butternut squash soup. I've made sweet potato soup. There's tons of recipes that come with this. You can also make delicious gravies with no more lumps anymore at Thanksgiving, which is amazing, right? It makes delicious jellies and jams, which I've made. The nut butters are my favorite. You can also make, I love making alternative milk. So almond milk, I've made walnut milk, pecan milk, and you can keep all of the nut leftovers and make it into a flour if you choose. So it's super, super cool. One of the coolest features too is that you can use it to make baby food. So if you have little ones and you're really cautious about what they put in their bodies, you can use this to actually make baby food. Oh, and one more thing, it makes really delicious frozen drinks. Adult or kid, it doesn't matter. They're delicious. The ice in here is like phenomenal. It's crazy. All right, so what I'm gonna do is it's a lot like the our quick cooker. So there's a knob. You're gonna turn it to get to where it's gonna highlight. So I'm gonna go to the grind feature because that's where I wanna make my peanut butter. And it does come with this plunger that I'm going to be able to move and push my nuts down as they're grinding. So this is gonna take 2 minutes and 20 seconds. You guys are gonna hang out with me while it's happening, and then I'm gonna show you how delicious this is. Are you ready? Here we go. And it's gonna start. I'm gonna use this to push. This is the damper. Get those nuts kind of off this side so they all get blended. That looks pretty good. Then I'm going to put this right back on here and I'm going to let it do its thing. I love this blender. It has been such a game changer in our life. I love natural peanut butters, so to be able to make something myself and know that there's no chemicals, no partially hydrogenated oils, no sugar, it's just amazing. Do you see it moving around? We've got about 1 minute 20. It's a game changer. What would you guys make if you had one? Oh, and I didn't even tell you, like, the smoothie feature is amazing. There's actually a cup that comes with it now, a smoothie cup and adapter where you can make your smoothie in one cup and take it with you to work. Oh, it smells so good. I love peanut butter. Amazing product. I really hope that you guys have one of these in your kitchen. If you don't, let me know, and I'd love to hook you up to get one. Okay, so it's done. I don't have to scream anymore. So I'm going to turn the lid. You notice you hear that beep. It's the same kind of beep that you hear with the quick cooker. And I'm going to take the lid off, and then I'm going to move this over so I make some more room for myself so you guys can see. And then I just use a mason jar. And so then I'm just going to pour. Can you see me? Yeah, you can see me. So look at how smooth that is. Can you see that? All right, ready, watch. Yeah, is that not amazing? And then this is our spatula that you can purchase as an accessory to the quick cooker. I mean, to the Deluxe cooking blender. And the beautiful thing is it goes right down and it'll go around the sides of the glass so that you don't miss any of this deliciousness, right? Like you don't want to waste any of this stuff because it's awesome, and it's so hard to get stuff out of a blender sometimes. So we made a scraper that actually is the same size and width as the bottom of our blender. So it actually scoops everything up, and I'll show you how clean it looks once I get this thing all out and ready to go and cleaned up. So check this out. Let me get this last little morsel of deliciousness in my bowl, or in my cup. All right, so look at the bottom of that. I mean, I don't think you can get much cleaner off with peanut butter. And I'm kind of ridiculous because I love peanut butter, so I like go probably beyond the extra mile of getting this off because I don't want to waste any delicious. Yeah. And every good chef is supposed to taste what they make. So I guess I ought to put my finger in the peanut butter, huh? Right? Now, the cool thing about our Deluxe cooking blender, guys, is that you're gonna clean this bad boy right in the blender and on the adapter. And I will show you that once I get this finished. So this little scraper is amazing. It works great for the Deluxe cooking blender, but it also gets into like your little jars, peanut butter, mayonnaise, jellies, all those things that you can't get to. So here's our peanut butter. So I'm gonna put the lid on this and put this in the fridge. So I am going to show you how I'm gonna clean this. I'm just gonna put 3 cups of water in here. So there's measurements on the glass. So right here you can see there's a number 3. So I am going to fill this up with water. And then I always kind of wipe the rim around it because the peanut butter gets super sticky, right? But then you're just gonna take whatever soap you use, and you're gonna put a couple drops of soap right inside that glass container, okay? And then I'm gonna just put the lid. Now see how this is kind of icky, the outside, so I'm gonna wipe that down too, just a little bit so I can get that off of there. And then I am gonna put this on here and put it back on my adapter, and I would turn this thing on, and I'll do that towards the end once I get finished showing you the rest of my stuff. Actually, I might start it. I'll put it right here next to the quick cooker. And then we'll start it up in just a minute so you guys can see. And it might be a little loud, but I want you to see how this works. So you just turn the knob to heated wash, and it's actually going to start cleaning it for us. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit start so you guys can see what this does, okay? It's gonna go vroom for a minute, and then it's going to, it's gonna stop, and the heating element is gonna start to heat, so that's what's actually gonna clean the inners of your blender. So you don't have to worry about anything. You put your stuff in there, you cook it, you're done. Okay, so I'm also want to show you guys my next powerhouse, which is over there in the corner of my my counter, and this is our Deluxe Air Fryer. So this is a huge game changer. It is the new flagship product that came out in the spring, and it is a hot commodity. In fact, right now it is just exclusively a host special. So anyone who hosts a party can get the opportunity to get it for either 50 or 60% off, depending on what the host special is for that month. But right now, I love this because it's not only just an air fryer, but it's also an oven. And so for a very inexpensive cost, you can get another oven. And what I love about our air fryer is that there's a difference. Like, I don't know how many of you guys have an air fryer, but if you do, show of hands or give me a comment below. But is your air fryer a pull-out or is it a door? So for example, I'm just gonna pause this for a minute. Ours is a door. So I actually have, I am dehydrating some apples right now in here. And so I'm gonna pull these out so you can see them. But I love it because I do all kinds of dehydrating of fruits. And it makes a really, really healthy snack. So if you want to, you can also sprinkle your apples with some cinnamon or whatever. I'm trying to get this back in the rack. There you go. And then here's the other rack full of them. So these have been going probably for about, I don't know, 2 hours maybe. I get up really early. So I think I started these guys probably about 5:15. And then I'm just gonna hit start again. But they're gonna dehydrate them and they come out super crispy and delicious. And then they're not full of chemicals either, which I love. So if you're having a hard time getting your kiddos or even your adults or you to eat fruits and vegetables, sometimes dehydrating them just gives them that different texture. So our air fryer does lots of things. So you can air fry, you can bake, you can roast. It also has a rotisserie feature and a basket. So you can rotisserie a chicken, a pork loin, cauliflower, pineapples. I did that for a host that was super excited about it. And it turned out so amazing. Like, I love, because I learned so much from my hosts, you guys, and my guests. You guys are amazing. But it also reheats and dehydrates. So I've got that going right now, and I absolutely love it. So I'm gonna let that do its thing. Our blender is gonna start cooking here in a second, so you can see that as it vroom vrooms. And then I'm gonna show you too, I'm gonna do some food prep right now too while I'm here. So I'm gonna grab another cutting board, just because I didn't have one out. So I am actually gonna do a bunch of peppers. So I wanted to show you a really cool product, and this is our quick slice. Now you can see the blender, how it's starting to do its cleaning thing. It's really quite awesome. So this cutting board is an older one. And I told you guys that Pampered Chef products withstand the test of time, right? So this is our large groove cutting board, but this one is probably 20 some years old. So it doesn't have the non-skid grip built into it. So back in the day, when I bought mine, they came with these little grippers that you would put underneath it. So I'm gonna use it. I still use this on a regular basis. I love it. So I have a bunch of peppers in our older colander set that is no longer available either. This is probably 20 years old. And I actually have peppers that I have cleaned, and I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna very quickly slice them. Okay, so I'm using our paring knives, and I'm just gonna cut the tops right off of these peppers. Okay, and then I'm just gonna pull the innards out. Okay, just like so. Then I'm gonna take this quick slice. I love this thing. And I'm gonna put my pepper right on top. Okay, can you see that? This part has the blade, so I'm just gonna kind of rock it. Shimmy it. Excuse me. Something got in my throat. Let me take a drink. All right, there we go. And then I'm gonna take our Pampered Chef leak-proof containers, and I'm gonna pull these peppers right out. So now I've got all these peppers in beautiful slices, and I'm gonna set them right here in my container. So now if I wanna make, excuse me, I got a tickle in my throat. So if I wanna make fajitas, if I just wanna have snacks for my husband and I to eat throughout the week, I've got them, but I've got multicolored ones that I can do whatever I want with. So I'm gonna just slice the top off again. You can see me doing that with our paring knives. And then I'm just gonna pop this right out. Take the innards out, and then do the same thing again right here. Put it right here on the grate. I'm just gonna rock them back and forth. And now I've got beautiful peppers, and I can put them right here. So it looks like my cooker is done cleaning. As you see, that didn't take very long, did it? I'm gonna do another pepper. So if you have a plan, even if you don't have a plan, that's what I love about Pampered Chef products, is that if you have the right tools, even if you have things, you can cook them from frozen to table in a matter of, not an hour, if that, which is so lovely. So I can't say it enough, guys. I know you guys are loyal and you guys have always enjoyed Pampered Chef. And for those of you that are new watching me, it is an investment in your kitchen, but if you spend so much time in your kitchen, you want to make sure that you have the right products to do the job, right? So it's such a great thing to know that you can be successful in the kitchen, even if you're new at this or you're not 100% sure about it, but you can always see how easy and quick that was. Was that awesome or what? I mean, look at this in a matter of what, 3 minutes? Not even. I have just gotten how many peppers ready? 6? And then I can just slice them up, throw them in a stir fry, eat them as a snack, put them in some dips. And I've got them right here in my leak-proof container, which is fantastic. So what's for dinner tonight for you guys? Check it out. Here we go. Rock, rock, rock. Ta-da! And so now look at how pretty this is too. Check it out. See? And then I just put my leak-proof container right on, or lid right on top, throw that in the fridge, and we are done. So I'm gonna get my garbage bowl, throw this stuff in my garbage bowl, like so. And there we go. So let's pull out that container, or my deluxe cooking blender, and see how clean we are. Get that so you guys can see it. So check it out. So now all I have to do is rinse this. So I just dump it out, rinse it. You want to make sure that you don't get water on the bottom of this because that's where the heating element is, but if you pour it on the side of it, it's fine. I don't know if you can see me or not. I don't think you can. So if you pour it, when you wash this, you can get water on the inside, and if it pours, it's okay if it gets on the outside. You just don't want water on the bottom because that's where the heating element is. So now basically, I have just cleaned my blender, and now I can put this away and I'm done. So I'm telling you folks, with the right products in your kitchen, you can do just about anything. And I really hope that you have considered purchasing some of these powerhouses in your kitchen so you can be just as efficient and spend more time with your family and friends, making some amazing meals, and have more fun talking to them than slaving over things in your kitchen. So I really appreciate you watching this episode of Cooking with Carrie. If there's anything that you need, any recipes, tips, or tricks, please comment below, reach out to me, send me a message. And if you really liked this video and the information that was in it, please share it with your friends. As always, thank you so much for watching an episode of Cooking with Carrie, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye, guys.